the basil of the house, the caring, sensible, loving wife, the first woman to embrace Islam, the mother of the believers, Khadijah bint Khuwaylid. Khuwaylid's gaze was turning to Khadijah's face, wide eyes, and smiling mouth. Then he affectionately said, "What do you say, Khadijah, about our preparation for the caravan of Damascus?" The girl got the question with a beautiful smile. This smile uncovered her teeth, which were like threaded pearls. Then politely said, "It will be a lucky caravan and popular trade. It will not be stagnant, inshallah. It has everything that our customers have recommended of all goods which are popular in these countries. It is well prepared and well organized. What do you think of our men and workers whom we will send with this caravan?" said Khoylid with a bigger smile. "They are clever," said the girl with a look of confusion appeared on her face. "They know what they should take and what she should leave. In addition, they are honest and sincere." Then Khoylid looked at Fatima, then looked again at Khadijah, and gently he said, "What do you say, Khadijah, about the cleverest merchants of Mecca today? And in your opinion, who is the most capable of achieving profits?" The girl thought for a while, then she asked politely, "Which profits do you mean? Halal profits or haram profits?" "Halal profits, of course, Khadijah," said Khoylid with a smile. "Haram profits do not remain. If a man achieved a haram profit once, he would not achieve it again, and he would not benefit from what he gained. Instead, Allah would make him lose all of it. I'm asking you about the ones who are skilled at halal trade." The girl mentioned some of the merchants of Mecca who were famous for sincerity and known for honesty, and whenever she stopped, he asked her to mention more merchants till she kept silent. Then he looked at her mother and at her and gently asked, "What do you think about Atiq ibn Abid, Khadijah?" She seriously said, "He is like the tribe of Bani Makhzum. He is clever at trade and expert on the ways of making profits. He tasted the sweetness of richness, which led him to increase his wealth." Khoylid quickly asked with a smile, "By halal ways or haram ways?" As she was convinced of the fact she knew, she answered, "I witness that he is famous for the halal profit, and he does not approach dirty, haram money. In addition, he is famous for bravery and generosity. I know that he is honored in his family and loved by his relatives and non-relatives." The girl stopped talking for a moment. Then in astonishment she said, "Do you want him to take care of our caravan's trade this time?" Khoylid looked at her from her head to her feet. Then he kindly said, "I want him to take care of something more important than trade and more precious than money. I want to give him a priceless big trust." The girl thought of many possibilities. She remembered the guests of that night, and her father and mother's chat and their staying up late. She realized what her father meant when he talked to her. So her face blushed, and she kept silent without talking or answering. Her mother broke the silence, saying with a nice smile, "What do you think about Atiq, Khadijah?" The girl's face became more blushing, and she kept bowing her head in silence. Then she gathered her courage and tried to speak, but the words stumbled in her mouth, and her father and mother were looking at her, waiting for her answer. A long while passed. The girl was still silent. When her father repeated the question, she gathered her courage again. Then she said in a low voice covered with modesty, "Is there an opinion taken after my father's opinion?" Her father brought her nearer to him, gave her a tender kiss on the forehead and 2 kisses on the cheeks, and kindly said, "You deserve Atiq, and Atiq deserves you. May Allah do good and make good men for good women and good women for good men. I chose him for you after Allah had chosen him. We cannot make another choice after that. I hope that Allah blesses this bond, and I hope that Atiq will meet my expectations, and he will do so inshallah." Then her mother brought her nearer to her, kissed her cheeks repeatedly. Then she turned to her husband Khoylid, and keenly she said, "But we will not be able to give her away quickly to Atiq in the way he wants. There must be much time, so that we prepare her furniture and arrange her trousseau in the same manner followed when the girls like her get married." Khoylid gently said, "I shall convince him to wait for 1 month or 2 months till the caravans come back with what we want for her trousseau from Yemen and Damascus. Also, our storehouses are full, Fatima. So suggest what you want and what you choose. All our wealth is for Khadijah." Then he continued talking with a smile and said, "But I can't make him delay it any longer." So Fatima left, and the girls' cheeks became red. Then they stood up and went to their beds. The parents were thinking about their daughter's future and what she was getting into. A new life in a house other than the house she used to and the nest she was brought up in. And the girl was thinking about the partner that would share this life with her. The caravans came back to Mecca carrying different types of goods. All people of Mecca were waiting for the wedding, and there were great preparations for it. But more about that in our next episode.